Imagine a world without smartphones, computers, or even telegrams. A world where communication was as simple as drawing on a cave wall. Welcome to the dawn of communication, a time when the human need to share and exchange information was just as strong as it is today, but the methods were vastly different. This was an era where the canvas was a rugged cave wall, and the paint, a mixture of earthy pigments and animal fats. These age-old cave paintings, found in various parts of the world, are testimonies to our ancestors' first attempts at expressing their thoughts, emotions, and experiences. As time passed, these primitive symbols began evolving into more complex systems of representation. The need to record transactions, calendars, and laws gave rise to the cuneiform script in ancient Mesopotamia and hieroglyphics in Egypt. These were not mere symbols anymore. They were the first written languages, the precursors to the alphabets we know today. These early scripts, etched on clay tablets or carved in stone, were not just about recording information. They were vital tools that facilitated trade, governance, and cultural exchange among early human societies. This was the point where communication began to shape the course of human civilization in profound ways. The development of alphabets was another significant milestone. Alphabets, with their finite set of symbols representing sounds, made language and communication more accessible and universal. The Phoenician alphabet, Greek alphabet, and eventually the Roman alphabet, which is extensively used in the modern world, were all stepping stones in this transformative journey. The impact of these advancements on society was monumental. They laid the foundation for literature, science, philosophy, and many other disciplines that define our world today. They also paved the way for the creation of more advanced communication tools, from parchment and paper to the printing press. As humans evolved, so did our methods of communication, setting the stage for some incredible inventions. Fast forward a few centuries, and we are no longer relying on cave paintings or written letters. It's the age of messenger pigeons and the telegraph. Imagine for a moment a world where the fastest way to send a message was by attaching it to a bird. That's right, our feathered friends played a crucial role in communication in ancient times. These weren't your ordinary city pigeons, though. Homing pigeons, known for their impeccable sense of direction and ability to return home over vast distances, were the messengers of choice. They carried everything from love letters to military commands, swooping across the skies and bridging distances faster than any human could. But as impressive as these avian couriers were, they had their limitations. Weather conditions, predatory birds, or simply being lost could delay or even prevent a message from getting through. There was a need for something more reliable, more instantaneous. Enter the telegraph. A device so revolutionary, it reshaped the landscape of communication entirely. Invented in the early 19th century, the telegraph used electric signals to transmit coded messages across vast distances via a network of wires. This was communication at the speed of light, quite literally. Samuel Morse, one of the inventors of the telegraph, even developed a code known as Morse code to convert text into dots and dashes that could be easily sent through the telegraph system. The impact of the telegraph was profound. News that once took weeks to travel from one coast to another could now be relayed in mere minutes. It was a game changer, transforming not just personal communication, but commerce, journalism, and warfare as well. In the grand scheme of things, the telegraph was a stepping stone, a glimpse into a future where information could be transmitted almost instantaneously. It was a testament to human ingenuity, a beacon of what was yet to come. The telegraph was a game changer, but it was just the beginning of our communication revolution. Imagine not being able to hear the voice of a loved one who is miles away. That was a reality until the birth of the telephone. The telephone, an invention that revolutionized the way we communicate, came into existence in the late 19th century, thanks to the genius of Alexander Graham Bell. This device, which transformed sound into electrical signals, was initially met with skepticism. Yet, it wasn't long before the world recognized its potential. and the telephone quickly became a household staple. Its impact on global communication was profound. Suddenly, people could converse in real time, regardless of the distance separating them. This not only made personal communication more immediate and intimate, but it also revolutionized business, politics, and even warfare. The world became a smaller place, and information could travel faster than ever before. The telephone brought voices into our homes, but the communication evolution was far from over. From the personal touch of the telephone, we moved to the mass appeal of the radio and television. The early 20th century was a time of great innovation, and these two devices played a pivotal role in shaping the communication landscape as we know it today. Radios first entered the scene in the 1920s, breaking the silence of households and filling them with music, news, and entertainment. This marvel of technology connected communities like never before, transcending geographical boundaries to deliver information and entertainment straight into homes. With the radio, suddenly, a person in New York could hear the same news broadcast as someone in California at the same time. It was a unifying force, creating a shared cultural experience on a scale that was unprecedented. As the radio waves continued to ripple through society, another revolution was taking shape: the advent of television. In the 1950s, television sets began to replace radios in living rooms, adding a visual dimension to the audio experience. The impact of television was transformative, to say the least. It brought images from around the world into our homes, turning passive listeners into active viewers. People could now see events unfold before their eyes: the moon landing, presidential speeches, even the horrors of war. The immediacy and visual impact of television made it a powerful tool for shaping public opinion and culture. What's more, television introduced the concept of real-time communication. Live broadcasts allowed people to experience events as they happened, creating a sense of immediacy and connection that was unparalleled. Together, radios and televisions revolutionized the way we received information and interacted with the world. They paved the way for mass communication, turning the world into a global village. But as influential as these devices were, they were just the beginning. The advent of the digital age was about to take communication to a whole new level. Radios and televisions brought the world to our living rooms, but the communication revolution was about to go digital. Enter the era of the internet and smartphones, where communication is faster, wider, and more powerful than ever. Imagine a time when the world wasn't at our fingertips, when we couldn't access a universe of information with a few quick taps on a screen. That's the world before the digital revolution. The rise of the internet in the late 20th century was a game changer. It was more than just a new way to communicate. It was a seismic shift in how we interact with the world and each other. Suddenly, we could send emails across the globe in mere seconds. Time and distance, once major barriers to communication, were virtually eliminated. But the digital revolution didn't stop there. Enter the age of smartphones. These pocket-sized powerhouses combined the capabilities of computers with the mobility of phones. We went from being tethered to our desktop computers to having the world in our pockets. Now we could make calls, send texts, browse the web, and so much more, all from a device that fits in the palm of our hands. Then came social media and instant messaging, taking our communication habits to a whole new level. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram became virtual town squares where we share our lives, voice our opinions, and connect with people around the world. Instant messaging apps like WhatsApp and Messenger made it easier than ever to stay in touch with loved ones, no matter where they are. The digital revolution has reshaped our world, making it smaller, faster, and more connected. It's transformed how we work, how we learn, and how we socialize. It's given us new ways to express ourselves and new avenues to explore. From cave paintings to smartphones, the evolution of communication devices has been a remarkable journey, shaping humanity in ways we could never have imagined.